Welcome to Slow English Teller. Today, I have a very dark and emotional story for you. It is about a young woman who is hated by her own family. She does not know why they hate her so much. Stay with me until the very end. The truth will completely shock you. Let us start the story. Dinner was always very quiet. The cold room felt like a dark prison. I sat at the far end of the long table. My mother looked at me with cold, angry eyes. My father stared at his white plate. Nobody spoke a single word to me. My name is Sarah. I lived in this silent house for 20 years. I always felt like a strange ghost here. I was the unwanted guest who never left. They did not love me at all. I could feel their heavy hate every single day. My older brother, David, sat across from me. He was the golden boy of our family. He had perfect grades and a bright smile, but his smile never reached his cold eyes. He looked at me with deep hidden disgust. He chewed his food slowly in silence. The old clock ticked on the high wall. The loud sound made my head hurt badly. I tried to eat my hot soup quietly. My spoon hit the ceramic bowl by mistake. My mother slammed her hand on the table. She glared at me with pure dark rage. She told me I was very clumsy. She said I always ruined every peaceful meal. I looked down at my shaking hands quickly. I whispered a soft apology to the empty air. My father sighed loudly and shook his head. David just smirked and continued eating his food. I was always the bad luck charm here. If a glass broke, they always blamed me. If the weather was bad, it was my fault. I grew up believing I was entirely broken. I thought I was born with a dark curse. I just wanted them to love me once. I tried very hard to be a good daughter. I cleaned the big house every single day. I washed their dirty clothes with great care. I cooked their favorite meals for dinner time. But nothing I did was ever good enough. They only gave me cold, empty stares back. Today was a very dark and rainy day. It was the anniversary of my grandmother passing away. The whole house smelled like old wet flowers. My mother wore a long black dress today. She looked very pale and extremely tired. She told me to stay in my room. She did not want the guests to see me. She said I was a big, shameful secret. I nodded slowly and walked up the wooden stairs. I went into my small, cold bedroom alone. I sat on my bed and cried soft tears. I felt so lonely in this big house. I stayed in my room for many long hours. I heard loud voices down in the living room. Many people came to pay their deep respects. I felt very hungry and thirsty up here, but I did not dare to go downstairs. I waited for the dark night to come, when the house finally became completely quiet again. I opened my bedroom door very slowly. The long hallway was pitch black and scary. I walked carefully towards the empty kitchen. I needed a glass of cold, fresh water. My feet made no sound on the floor. I passed by my old grandmother's empty room. The door was slightly open in the dark. A strange silver light shined from the inside. I felt a sudden strong pull to go in. I pushed the heavy wooden door wide open. The room was full of dusty old boxes. I walked toward a small wooden desk. There was a tiny metal box on it. The box had a strange carved pattern outside. I opened the small box with shaking fingers. Inside was a heavy, old, rusty iron key. It felt very cold against my warm skin. I knew exactly what this old key opened. There was a locked door in the basement. My parents told me to never go there. They said it was full of dangerous rats, but I never heard any rats down there. I only felt a deep, dark, hidden secret. I held the old key tightly in my hand. I walked down the hall to the basement door. I opened the top door and looked down. The stairs were steep and very dark below. I turned on my small phone light quickly. I walked down the old wooden stairs slowly. The basement air was thick and very cold. It smelled like wet dirt and old paper. I walked to the heavy, locked wooden door. I put the rusty key in the keyhole. It fit perfectly and turned with a click. I pushed the heavy door open with force. The hidden room was small and very dusty. There were no dangerous rats in here at all. There was only a big wooden chest inside. The chest was covered with a thick gray blanket. I pulled the heavy blanket off the big chest. I opened the heavy wooden lid slowly. Inside the chest were many old yellow newspapers. There were also some old, dirty baby clothes. I picked up the first yellow newspaper carefully. The big black headline made my heart stop. It was about a terrible, fatal car crash. The crash happened exactly 20 years ago today. I read the small words on the paper. A young, beautiful woman died in the crash. She was walking on the side of the road. A fast car hit her and drove away quickly. The police caught the bad driver very soon. The driver was a very young teenage boy. I looked at the black and white picture. The young boy was my older brother, David. He looked very scared and totally guilty there. My rich parents paid a lot of money. They kept David out of a dark prison. They hid the terrible truth from the world. I felt a cold sweat on my face. I picked up another old dirty paper inside. It was a formal legal adoption paper document. My parents adopted a tiny baby girl then. The baby girl was the dead woman child. I looked at the name on the paper. The baby name on the paper was Sarah. I dropped the old paper on the floor. My hand shook violently in the cold air. I was the child of the dead woman. My brother killed my real biological mother then. My parents bought me to hide their guilt. The heavy truth crushed my chest very hard. They did not hate me for my fault. They hated me because I was a mirror. Every time they looked at my sad face, they saw David's terrible, bloody crime right there. They saw their own dark, ugly, hidden sin. I was a living, breathing reminder of death. I was the innocent victim of their golden boy. They fed me and gave me a bed, but they starved me of true human love. They locked my real identity in this dark basement. They stole my whole life from me completely. I felt a sudden, hot, burning anger inside. For 20 years, I hated my own self. For 20 years, I begged for their love. But they were the real ugly monsters here. They ruined my life to save their son. I picked up all the heavy old papers. I walked out of the dark, cold room. I climbed up the wooden stairs very fast. I walked straight into the bright living room. My parents and David were sitting right there. They were drinking hot tea in total silence. They looked up at me with angry eyes. My mother stood up and yelled at me. She asked why I left my small room. I did not say a single word back. I threw the yellow newspapers on the low table. I dropped the formal adoption paper right there. The loud sound made them all jump back. They looked at the old papers in shock. My mother's face turned totally white with fear. My father dropped his teacup on the floor. It shattered into many tiny broken pieces there. David stared at the picture of his crime. His hands began to shake very badly now. "You killed my mother," I said to David. My voice was very calm and very cold. "And you hid the truth," I told my parents. "You made me hate myself for 20 years. You are all sick and truly evil people." The silence in the room was completely dead. My mother started to cry loud, ugly tears. She tried to grab my cold hands quickly. She said she was very sorry for everything. She said they wanted to protect our family. I pulled my hands away from her touch. Her touch felt like hot burning poison now. "I am not your family," I said firmly. "I was just your daily punishment right here." I turned around and walked to the door. I did not pack any clothes or shoes. I did not want anything from this house. I only wanted to breathe pure, fresh air. I opened the heavy front door very wide. The cold night wind hit my warm face. It felt incredibly good and very clean now. I stepped out into the dark, rainy night. I left the house of dark lies behind. I finally found my true ultimate freedom today. The truth can hurt, but living a lie is much worse. Facing the dark truth is the only way to find real freedom. Did you like this family thriller? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Please hit the like button and subscribe to Slow English Teller for more daily stories. Thank you for listening with me today. See you next time.